it would be a network of various servers. Cloud is nothing but usually it would be a network of servers that would be connected. So there we will have something called okay. So here what we will have means we will have various things would be connected. Like let's say for example, various servers would be there. So then we will have various storage devices will be there, and we will have various data transfer devices will be there. So all of them will be pooled at one platform. So that platform, such kind of network of servers where multiple aspects are pooled, that is known as cloud. That is known as cloud. And to this cloud, like we will connect, we will connect routers. We will use routers and we will use switches. So usually through routers are generally used for wireless connections. So here we can connect our mobile phones, okay, or we can connect our laptops, or we can connect our printers, etc. That means electronic devices would be connected. So with the help of routers, means wireless technology. With the help of switch, that means with the help of the wired technology, we can connect our desktop computers, desktops. So like this, all the electronic devices can be connected to a cloud, which is called as network of servers, which consists of pool of various aspects like, let's say, like servers, storage devices, data transferring devices, or let us say we can also have like software platforms. So all can be connected. Like let's say for example, Google Drive. Google Drive will be connected to a cloud. It's a kind of data storage platform. Like you see data storage and data transfer. So Google Drive is a kind of data storage thing. Likewise, okay. So likewise it works. So this process of doing this is known as, simply with the help of this, if you are just processing the data, then that is known as simply cloud computing. It is known as cloud computing. And here, if we look from the perspective of its types, cloud computing can be of different types. Okay. So if you look from the perspective of its nature, so we can have two types of cloud computings. So one thing is based on the nature of its deployment. Based on the deployment, we can have three types. Based on the nature of deployment, that means we can use it with the help of we can give access to this cloud to all the public. Okay, that means if you are giving access to all the public, then that is known as public cloud computing. Okay, and if we are giving access to this to the clouds for a closed circle of the people, then that would be known as private cloud computing. Okay, and if you are using both, then that becomes hybrid cloud computing. Hybrid cloud computing. That means when the servers are can be accessed by the general public without any restrictions, so then that would be known as public cloud computing method. So where generally like Amazon Web Services, it's one kind of web service which is available for our general public. So it is an example for like public cloud computing method. Okay, there will be like certain clouds which represents with the help of proprietary network. That means authorized persons can only access to that. Once you have subscription based, then only you can accept access to that. So that would be known as private. For some people only there will be access likewise. So that is known as the private cloud computing. Okay, so this is with respect to the mode of deployment we will have this one. Okay, then if we talk from the perspective of service models, based on service models also we can have. Based on service models, we can have three types of cloud computings. One would be, we can have like software as solution. Software as solution. So we can lend software as a service. So we can lend the software and we can provide this. So software as a service. So this is in short form, it is known as SaaS. So simply it is SaaS. Okay, when you are providing software as a service, that means if you are connected to a cloud, then you will get access to a particular software. So that is SaaS. Let's say, for example, when you talk from the perspective of some things like Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office is a service that you will get. So that means when you connect to the Microsoft's cloud, obviously you will get that software as service for you. Think about Outlook, Microsoft Outlook. When you connect to Microsoft, then they will provide you a service called a software in the form of service. So that is Microsoft, like Hotmail or Outlook. So all of them are nothing but some of the examples for software as a service. Okay, so this is one kind of model of cloud computing. Okay, for SaaS, you mentioned some examples like for example, MS Office, Outlook, Hotmail, Verizon, Verizon, Verizon. Like these are various software platforms. Okay, refer if you are unaware of these things, just refer in the internet. Dropbox, Hotmail, Hotmail. Okay, Verizon, Dropbox, then HubSpot, DocuSign, 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 etc. There are some examples for software as a service kind of cloud computing models. Okay, so that is one platform, that is one kind of modality. Okay, then sometimes if you're connected to the cloud, then you will get a platform also in the form of service. You will get a platform where you can perform various activities. Okay, likewise, for example, this one will be called as PaaS, platform as a service. Platform as a service. So this model is known as PaaS, platform as a service. So this is another model. For example, if you want to go and search anything in the internet, you can have some search engines. Like for example, when you are connected to Google Cloud, then you will get one search engine called Google search engine. So Google search engine is a platform where you can operate various things. For example, if you want to access to Eden IAS website, so there you can go to Google, and on the Google you can type like Eden IAS, like then you can go to LMS portal of Eden IAS. That means Google search engine is serving as a platform for Eden IAS to extend its service to its customers. That means students. So likewise, there will be some platforms can be served as service model. So PaaS model, that is known as PaaS. So you mentioned for PaaS, you can mention like Google search engine, Microsoft search engine. Like, have you heard about Microsoft Edge? Microsoft Edge. So recently, like, so it is serving as the platform model. Okay. So then you can write like, you can have like a yes. So one thing is Google search engine, Microsoft search engine, then you can mention like, let's say for example, Git, Git lab, Git lab, Git lab, GitHub, Git hub. So refer, if you are unaware of these things, just refer once so that you will get to know what are they. Okay. So GitHub, etc. can be are some of the examples for PaaS services, platform as service, PaaS. Okay. Then yes. Yes, platforms they'll be providing platforms. Okay, so that is one thing. Then we will have other model called software as a service, SaaS model, then platform as a service, PaaS model, then you may get sometimes infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service model. Infrastructure can also be provided as service. So infrastructure means, let's say for example, cloud itself can be rented, like Amazon cloud services. It's an infrastructure. Okay, like for example, IBM cloud. It's a cloud infrastructure that is being provided. You will get access to cloud and infrastructure of the cloud. So you mentioned some of the examples, infrastructure under this. It is known as IAS. IAS, infrastructure as a service. Okay, so there you mentioned Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, IBM Cloud, IBM Cloud, etc. Okay, so this is basically nothing but basic aspects related to cloud computing. Okay, so for example, when you're getting software as a service, so this software as a service, the owners accepting that SaaS model, they can have some changes with respect to their services. So on demand they can change because it is like software on demand service. Like on the demand they are providing you this service. So software on demand. So based on the requirement of the customers, they can change the softwares likewise. So there can be some things likewise. So this is basically cloud computing, where all the devices would be connected to a central processor. Okay, so that is known as cloud. Okay, this is cloud computing. Okay, so here we will have another thing called edge computing. Okay, so what is edge computing? Means theme here, we are connecting everything to a central processor called cloud. But in edge computing, we won't connect to a central process. Rather, servers are would be located near the edge of a network. Like at the center of the network, if we are storing, so then that becomes cloud computing. But when we are storing everything like storage, storage of the data, transfer of the data, and all these things, if you are doing at the edge of the network, that means like we will have some things in a remote areas. We'll place that servers, all those things at a remote areas. So that kind of process is known as edge computing. Okay, so central cloud will not be there, central processing unit will not be there, but rather edge processing unit will be there. So that process is known as edge computing. Okay, so then we will have something called quantum. Huh. Huh. So when we say cloud computing, in cloud computing, as I have said, so here all the data would be, all the servers, storage devices, all the data transfer machines will be connected to central processor called cloud. Okay, so in edge computing, we will have a network of the servers, network of the devices, and all this network of the devices will be connected to a processor remote processor, not the central processor. That means like they will operate individually and they will get that services likewise. So that kind of process of connecting the devices to at the edge of the network refers to edge computing. Okay, so if we talk from advantages of edge computing with respect to central the cloud computing, edge computing will be faster when we compared with cloud computing, because like load in the edge computing will be less when compared with cloud computing. In cloud computing, cloud will have more load. That means all the devices will be connected there. Whereas in edge computing, all the devices are not connecting. Whichever is in requirement, they will be connected only like this. So from that point of view, edge computing will be faster compared to the cloud computing like this. So that is an advantage. And data efficiency is also more with the help of edge computing. Efficiency of the data, because load on that process will be less likewise. So that is one. So if you say some of the examples for edge devices, otherwise you mentioned some examples for edge devices. Like you can mention things like smartwatches, smartphones, smart speakers, etc. Okay, smartwatches, smartphones, and smart speakers, etc. They'll be connected to an edge of the network. That means whenever you require some service, you will open it and you will work it. Likewise, smartphones, how they will work. So it would be connected to edge computing process. So there, wherever you have the work, then you will access likewise. So that they are nothing but some of the devices, examples for edge devices. Okay, such kind of devices can be connected to edge computing. Okay.